Hello, I'm Jerry Fort. I got a story time with Jerry topic to suggestion to do from Jesse at From the Heart Big Smoke. That's his channel name. So I did a review outside, and I mentioned the mourning doves making their noise, making their little song, and in one of my comments, Jesse asked, "How are the doves?" or something, and I said the doves are happy right now until they're attacked by a Cooper's hawk or a red-tailed hawk, and he said, "No way that you actually seen that." I have actually seen that happen. I'm even eating my breakfast while I'm telling you this. My comment or my reply to him was also, it's a sad sight to see, but yet it's really interesting. I'm strange in the way of I'm a big animal person. I like a lot of different animals. Like I usually say, I know that the circle of life happens. I just don't necessarily want to see it happen. I know it's a necessity for wildlife and other animals to survive and live, and also it's it helps with the population of different animals not to be to the point where there's too many of them and they're out of control. So the natural life cycle and the life process of animals, I mean, it's necessary. But I like a lot of bird life. I also like birds of prey. I think they're really cool. The way they eat and the choices that they're the choice. I mean, that they need meat, right? They're meat eaters. So a lot of their prey is squirrel, mice, rats, groundhogs, prairie dogs, chipmunks, all those kind of creatures. Rabbit. Did I say rabbit? Kittens, small cats, even puppies. I mean, if they're caught out alone, away from their mothers or whatever, they're roaming. Large birds of prey, they don't think about what it is. They just think about that it's probably small enough they can pick it up and kill it and eat it, and take it to their nest to feed their babies. So some of the things that are chosen by the birds of prey are pretty regrettable. I mean, I'm a cat guy. I like cats. Other people are dog people, and they like puppies. So a lot of these large birds of prey, they kill whatever they can get. They're desperate, they're hungry. Sometimes they're mothers and they're feeding their babies. So anyway, let's get to the story. So I am working at an apartment complex, and I'm moving my stuff out of an apartment. I'm going back and forth to my truck, or my van at that time. And I think the maintenance man was either helping me or he was coming out at the same time. And the apartments are like this. They do a circle around a big grass area, a big yard area that's got picnic tables, a couple trash cans here and there, lots of bushes inside this area. And so I'm coming out, and I hear this screeching noise. I was like, what is that? I've never heard anything like that before. And I stop and I'm looking, and I'm watching this, and it was a Cooper's hawk, is what I was told. I've never heard of a Cooper's hawk back then. Um, they are a little bit smaller than a red-tailed hawk, which we have here in Oklahoma also. So this Cooper's hawk swept in, and mourning doves, they're always bobbing their head. They're usually in a couple, male and female. I think they're one of the bird species that find a mate and they mate for life, kind of thing. And but the Cooper's hawk can't take both of them, so it just takes the one that it can get. So it swept in, got a hold of a mourning dove, and with its talons was holding it down. And its first job is to pull the feathers out to get to the meat. So here's this Cooper's hawk, on top of this mourning dove, just picking feathers out, and you can see the feathers just flying in the wind. And I'm just kind of awestruck, just kind of in the way of like, what am I watching here? I'd never seen up close and personal a bird of prey feeding, So here it is, doing its task, and while the whole time it's pulling the feathers out, it's hurting whatever it's pulling feathers out of. I mean, it's painful, but he's trying to get to the meat. So, he's working on them feathers, pulling feathers out, and gets down to the meat, and then just starts, and then when it first puts the beak into the meat, the neck of the dove's dead. It's done. Sorry, sinuses are killing me. So he works on it a little bit, and then at the point after they've killed it and they've secured their kill, then they're usually afraid that something else is going to try to take their prey away. So he takes to the trees. So he went to this tree that you could see he was like right up above me, not very high up, and he was working on it, and I was watching this, and he got to the point where he got the all the way through the neck, and the head fell down, and he was working on the body part of the dove. I mean, it's a gruesome sight to see, but yet it was just so interesting to see how they go about their task of eating, and how and what they do. But that has forever been etched in my mind, to see happen. It's weird because I have an interest in even animals of prey. They, how they go about doing their kill, but some of the things, vulnerable babies of animals, it just makes me sick. I just can't. I've always been that way ever since I was a little kid. I can't watch an innocent little baby of any kind of animal be destroyed by something like that. It just disturbs me. But it happens, and the babies are vulnerable to other animals. So anyway, there's the story of what I saw. Also, let me just throw this in there. Years ago, I worked at a mall, and I was groundskeeper there. I had to mow. There was a huge field out in front of this mall, and out in fields like that, animals, rabbits, they'll dig a little den, and then they'll have their babies down inside this little den. when I'm mowing, I'm using a rider back then. So the rider, you know, it's loud, rumbles the ground, disturbs the ground, and makes, like, I guess a mother rabbit take her babies out to relocate or something. I don't know. Or they just got out and they're roaming. They weren't, you know, tiny newborns. They were, you know, small, new bunnies. You know, they were just so. Probably like any state, crows are very popular. They're plentiful. Crows are, I think, they're kind of considered a scavenger slash bird of prey. What they do is they go down, they pick up an animal, they take it up high, and then they drop it. Okay, that's what I witnessed happening, and then they peck holes in whatever they're getting ready to kill it, and then they work on eating it. Saw that happen too. That's a pretty sick sight, especially the little bunnies like that, little baby rabbits. I hated crows after that, but I mean, just like I said, I mean, they have to eat. You know, if they're not eating the crap you throw out of your car in a parking lot, they're after something else. So, all right. Well, there's my story. Jesse, hope you enjoyed that. Hope everybody else thought it was interesting too. Type me out a little story if you've seen something like that yourself, what you thought about what was going on. Like I said, it's a double-edged sword, because you know they have to eat, but yet you don't. Some people don't want to actually see it happening. All right, I thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good day. See you on the next one. Bye.